have you on the call. We're excited to share what Take Shape for Life is all about. And we're going to start this morning with Tracy Bell, who is a new health coach. And I'm going to let Tracy share. I do have Tracy's before and after here. So I've known Tracy for many years. We actually worked together on staff at a church. And so Tracy, can you kind of share your story? And I'm going to pop up your before and after here.
Okay. I have heard about Take Shape for Life for quite a while, following Jen on Facebook, and thought it always looked great and just thought, oh, there's no way I could ever do that. I've never looked that way, and I've never lost weight successfully on a plan, so there's no way. And I actually was given a gift from my mom. She offered to sign me up as a birthday gift, and so she said, I'll do 1 month for you. And I thought, well, how can I turn that down? So I started on April 6th, and I'm just heading into almost 8 weeks, and I've lost 25 pounds. I was amazed. I really seriously have never been successful like this. I've never been in a size 6. Like, I went from a 10-12 in little girls to a 10-12 in adults. So this is all new for me. So the weight part was great. Like, that's why I did it. But what I found was, from losing the weight, I felt so much better. Just my health seems to have improved. I suffered from daily problems with irritable bowel syndrome. I've not had any problems since I started this plan. I also suffer from migraines, and those have definitely subsided. So I know what I was putting in my body was not healthy. And so the cool thing is, I feel empowered in a way that I've never felt before. I feel like I've taken charge of my life, taken charge of my body, and I'm making choices that I just feel so good about. And it's all new for me. And so probably about, 2 weeks into it, at one point, Dee was like, you'd be such a good coach. And I kind of let that go. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then I started really seriously considering it, because I felt so good and I was feeling the changes inside and out. And I thought, I want to share this with my friends and family members and people that were asking me. And so it was kind of a natural progression for me. So to help others hopefully feel that success that I have felt is just so rewarding for me. And that's why I've decided to just kind of pursue it and extend my, my journey, not just for the weight loss portion, but to actually help others.
That is so awesome, Tracy. Thank you. And Dee is your health coach, and I am actually Dee's health coach. So it's a really fun community that we all get to kind of be a part of and help each other out. And for those of you on the call or listening to the recording, my name is Jen, and I am a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life, and have been now we're coming up on my 2-year mark. And so it definitely has been life-changing for me and my family as well. And I am so excited to now introduce you guys to my health coach. So you see the ripple effect that happens here. But my health coach is Doug and Tia. They're actually a couple, and we've been friends for a long time. And they offered Take Shape for Life to me. So I wanted to have Tia's traveling the country right now, telling people on a Health and Hope tour, but I wanted to bring Doug on to share a little bit about his story. So Doug, thank you for coming on, and welcome.
Thank you, Jen. And hopefully she's not on a Hell and Hope tour. It's just health, right? No. I didn't know what came out of your mouth there, but I'm like, no, she's doing good stuff. Hey, this is so cool. Thank you. And it's just a complete honor to be asked to share my story on this. It was about 5.5 years ago that I felt like I had reached a really wit's end in my health. I was the exerciser, but felt like I earned to eat whatever I wanted, and then I wondered why graduated high school at 215 pounds. I got married at 220. So I always called myself big boned, and I think that was an excuse. But and by the time, you know, it was 2000 and late 2008, 9, I was 260 pounds, and I was just really self-conscious in my clothes. And I had tried everything. If you can name it, I will argue with you if I haven't tried it, because I really was just done. And it was interesting. I'd planted a church with a friend years ago, and I was on Facebook one night, and he said, you know, I'm just starting this health journey. I'll let you guys all know how it goes. And I'm like, health journey, what's that mean? And then, like, within 2 weeks, he had posted on his Facebook that this is like right before Facebook like launched, because this was like almost MySpace days, you know. I remember that Facebook, but he shared, I'm like down like 14 pounds in 2 weeks. And I was just like, what is he doing? And I'm private messaged him, and I was so embarrassed. I was so self-conscious. I would have probably, at that time, I would have never gotten on a call like this, because I remember my message, and his name is Calais. I said, Calais, I'm interested in whatever you're doing. Can I buy you coffee? But please don't tell anybody I'm talking to you about this. I'm embarrassed, because I had failed at so many things. I literally was embarrassed to say to myself, I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep going. But like, I didn't want no one to know, because it was just like, this game again of losing 20 pounds, gaining 30, all this stuff. And we sat down, and I'll never forget the words he said to me, Jen. He said, Doug, if you're looking to start another diet, this program is not for you. He goes, if you're looking to change your life and get healthy, and oh, by the way, you're going to lose weight quickly and safely, and you're going to feel amazing. But you got to get these 6 inches between your ears healthy. I've already learned in 2 weeks what this has done for me and what it will do for you. And I was just like, help. Yes, please. And I must say, results not typical, but it seems they seem more typical than not. When you follow the program, you get results. And I followed the program, and I lost 60 pounds in just over 12 weeks. And Tia, my wife, lost 40. I think, Jen, you might have a picture up. I don't know if you do or not. I was a big boy, and I felt amazing. But the cool part is, I've gained back so much life. I've gained back. There I am, and there's my wife, Tia. You can see it's the same tattoo. It really is me. Tattoo's not all stretched out anymore, though. I've gained back life. I've gained back time with my kids. I'm not just sitting on the sidelines and watching them play. Last night we went down here to Desert Ridge, and we just played in the fountains. And, you know, Tia's gone, so it's just kind of a daddy date all week. And it's just been so cool to say 5 years later, I'm healthier in my mind, I'm healthier in my body. And actually, you know, in terms of life and finances and stuff, I'm healthier that way too. But it's just pretty cool. So I know I've went a little too long, Jen, but my challenge to everybody before I turn it back over to you, Jen, would be, you know, why do you want to get healthy? What's it going to look like? Because if you're clear on why, you know, how you do it won't make a difference. I mean, Jen, and you'll probably tell everyone how the program works, but it doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter what something tastes like. When someone makes a decision, it's amazing, you know, what follows. So anyway, I went long enough. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Doug. I appreciate you coming on and sharing, and your transformation photos are always inspiring. And I just want to add, that was 5 years ago. So our program is not just about a diet to lose weight, but Take Shape for Life offers is long-term success and lifestyle change. So I wanted to, I think the stories are so helpful, because we all are kind of coming from a different place. We have similar needs, but our stories and our journey will look a little different. So I wanted to introduce Tracy's health coach, Dee. So why don't you unmute yourself and share a little bit. I'm going to pull your before and after up here. So go ahead and unmute yourself, and you can begin sharing your story, Dee.
Well, it's a little different. How I got started on this program in the first place was through my daughter, Jennifer. And Jennifer needed some healthy finances, said, Mom, would you give Take Shape for Life, Medifast, you know, would you give it a shot? And I said, I knew it was coming. I mean, I knew she was going to ask me. And I was prepared for that. And I said, yes, of course. But I did ask her not to say anything to anybody because, along with a lot of us, I didn't know how successful I'd be. I didn't know how long I would stay on the program. I didn't know if I'd like it. I was skeptical. I'd heard about, the meals and the prepackaged and all that. And I thought, I don't know. I don't know if this is for me, but I'm going to give it a shot for Jennifer. And if it does, and to Jennifer, but I didn't tell anybody for a while until people started noticing what I was doing. And so I was extremely unhealthy. I had type 2 diabetes. I was taking medication twice a day, very tired, sluggish, hadn't been able to exercise in years. And I have 6 grandchildren that I absolutely love. I wanted to be able to play with them. I wanted to be able to do whatever I could as a grandma to enjoy them and to enjoy some life. I started the program August 30th. It'll be 2 years this August, and it has been amazing. I have never felt so good in my life. I have done things that I hadn't done in years. Last summer, around July or August, I went boogie boarding for the first time with my grandkids since my kids were little. That was something we did as a family. We boogie board. And I got out there in my bathing suit and I went boogie boarding. And I didn't feel so bad in my bathing suit. I actually was looking forward to buying one, which I had never looked forward to buying a bathing suit. I did it because I wanted to go to the beach with my grandkids or my kids or whoever, but I stayed undercover. I didn't want to, anyway, so much for that. But when I started my journey, I thought, you know what? This is not so bad. And when I began to get into fat burning, I felt like I could run a marathon. I hadn't felt that good in years. Went to the doctor. I called her, told her I was going to be doing this program. She called me. She says, okay, do it for a month, then come in and see me, and we'll see how it's going. Well, I had lost probably 12 to 15 pounds. My numbers had dropped drastically. She said, do it, keep doing it. You are getting healthy. And so anyway, to make a long story short, I lost 60 pounds. My husband lost 43. I have never felt better. Last June, I retired from a part-time job for the school district, not even thinking too much about health coaching. Normally, I just was going to do this to pass clients on to my daughter. I don't know. I just had this thought in April before I retired in June. I thought, I think I want to be a health coach. This has done so much for me and meant so much for me, for my healthy living, my lifestyle, my closet. I never wanted to shop for me. I always went for Jennifer and the kids or whoever, but I never shopped for me, and now it's ridiculous. But anyway, so I had said to Jen, I think I want a health coach. I think I want to pass this along so that I can truly help others. It has been a blessing. I thank God for it. I don't ever want to go back.
That's so awesome. And I think, thank you so much for sharing your story. She has had she's my mom. So I know quite a bit, and she's had a significant transformation with Take Shape for Life. And so I think the important thing for all of us on this call to grasp is, Doug alluded to it. It doesn't really matter how. We need to discover why. And so I want you just to take a second and think about why you're even on this call. Why? I don't know who invited you. There's some different coaches on here, but your direct coach, if it's Tracy, why did you connect with Tracy? What's going on deeper? I know most of us start at weight loss, but it's usually rooted in something a little bit deeper. As you just heard Dee say, she had 6 grandkids that she wanted to participate in life with. You heard Tracy describe some health issues and some just different than just not feeling great, and they had different amounts of weight to lose, but both just like needed to make a change to feel better, for increased energy, to feel comfortable in our own skin again is so often why many of us start beyond medical conditions as well. So I want you to think about your why, because this isn't like about a diet. It's about a new way of living and a new way of thinking. And then, ask yourself, why is getting healthy or losing weight important to you? So if you're on this call right now and I'm telling you it's possible that 50 pounds that you want to lose, or that 20 pounds you want to lose, or that 100 pounds you want to lose, or just the energy that you want to increase, it's possible. What would it mean to you? If you could envision your life 60 pounds lighter and no longer a type 2 diabetic, what does that do to you inside? How does that make you feel? How does that make you even just think? Is that even hard for you to wrap your mind around? Because it is possible. So, but why is it so important? And then now I'm going to kind of break down a little bit of the how. And so the first thing is the habits of health system. This is Take Shape for Life. And there is a system, it's basically a structure of habits that we live by. And we live by them in the weight loss phase, and we live in them in maintenance. It's a structure of habits that will literally revolutionize the way that you think and the way that you behave. And we have some tools like Stop, Challenge, and Choose, which is an incredible strategy, because so many people are like, yeah, but I have a party coming up or a wedding coming up and, or graduation. How can I? We have some strategies to help you live life and still interact with your coworkers and your friends and your family and participate in life without sabotaging your personal health goals and your journey. There's a book by Dr. Anderson it's called Discover Your Optimal Health. We have it in an ebook form. It's an incredible resource. And then your coach will take you through the companion guide of living a longer, healthier life. And this is where you really get to sort of identify triggers, emotional triggers, things that in the past have tripped you up. And we'll begin to identify those things together so that it's really health from the inside out. And like Doug was saying, he mentioned, got to get healthy between the ears here. And some of this is definitely mind over matter, and really being intentional and being aware of, why do I keep grabbing for chocolate? What is going on in my life? And the structure that we put in your life enables you to see things a little more clearly and identify like, oh, I eat when I'm sad. And so it's some really wonderful opportunities to get some aha moments so you can grow as a person and in your health. Really, this is it. This is the plan. You're gonna eat 6 times a day, and you are going to drink a minimum of 64 ounces of water. Honestly, we encourage clients to eat half of their body weight in ounces. So for a lot of us, that's more than 64 ounces, and that's awesome. And then you're going to eat every 2.5 hours. And it's super simple. I'm going to break it down right here in this next slide. This is the simple program that you will begin your weight loss journey on. You're going to eat 5 meals, meal replacements, and 1 lean and green meal a day. The lean and green meal, it's protein and veggies, and that's where you get to understand how to cook for the long haul. That's where you understand portion control. We'll guide you through that whole process. And you're going to eat every 2.5 hours. This stabilizes your blood sugars. So I don't know, my story is different, but I didn't have the healthiest mind, and sometimes I wouldn't eat all day if I knew I was going to eat a big meal at night. Or if I ate something really bad in the morning, decided to have cake for breakfast with my coffee, then I would go run it off. And so what I learned with Take Shape for Life is, because what that led to was some highs and lows on my energy. Like I would peak and crash. I was all in, all on, or all off. So what I learned is eating every 2.5 hours and fueling my body properly not only increased my energy and left me feeling really stable throughout the day, but it also put my body into a mild fat burn with the meal plan. And that's where I began to burn stored fat for energy, which is a better source of energy. And that's when the weight loss happens. So it's a wonderful way to sustain your body's health. And then it's clinically proven. I don't really know any other way to put it than this meal plan is just nutrition science. And it just works. It's backed by 20,000 doctors. And so it's been working for many years. Take Shape for Life has been around for 15 years, and there's thousands of people whose lives have been transformed by it. And then it's portable and convenient. We're busy. We are busy, and I don't know if there's any way to stop the crazy train that we are all on. So this enables you to stay on your plan and to have meals available to you so that you, one, don't get too hungry and then go binge, or, when you're out and about, you don't have to try to make a decent choice in some convenience store or a drive-through, God forbid, because it's really hard to make good choices there. So it's convenient. You have stuff with you. And then you're going to lose, it's extremely effective. You're going to lose up to 2 to 5 pounds a day in your first few weeks. And then after that, you're going to lose a pound to 3 pounds a day. So it's extremely simple. And we begin exercise for most people in the 3rd week. So yes, exercise is one of our healthy habits. But then this is essentially the whole bio network of support that you have. You're going to have the Habits of Health system. You're going to have a health coach, and you're going to have this meal plan. And those 3 are going to be the beginning phases of the support and the community that you have. And those 3 equal tremendous success. And all of the coaches on this call and the coach that you have connected with, that's been the game changer. It's not just one of the components, but it's all of the components that help them not only lose weight, but actually gain health and really transform their thinking. And so, then finally down here, what do I get? So I know that's what a lot of people want to know. Like, okay, so maybe you've already had a little bit of a conversation with a health coach, and you're like, okay, what do I get? This is exactly what you're going to get. It averages out to be about $11 a day. I'm going to just cut to the chase on cost because I know I will tell you it's an investment, but you're worth it. And if you have a why, if you can identify your why, and your why is like my mom's was, longevity of life and quality of life for her grandkids, I don't know that you can put a price on that. So most people end up saving money doing this plan because we don't always recognize how much we are just swiping the card on food. So, but in that $11 a day, it's $364 for your first month. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get the full month of food. You're going to get the personal health coach because we are a free service. You are only paying for your food, and we are your health coach for life. You're going to get the program materials, so all of the habits of health. You're going to get recipes and ideas, meaning some of the strategies that we talk about with how to get through that barbecue that's coming up, that 4th of July barbecue that's coming up when you're going to be 15 pounds lighter and you don't want to go backwards. You're going to get some ideas and help on how to do that. There is group calls. So there's calls like this that we do for clients. There's also a doctor's call and a nurse's call and a habits of health call that you are welcome to call in. Your coach will have all that information for you, and you can call in to listen when you have questions or concerns, or you just want to grow more in your understanding of this healthy life. So there's that support. And then we have a private Facebook group. And it's completely secret and private. It's intended for just extra layer of support in your daily living. And then finally, I just want you guys to ask yourself a couple questions. This is one of my friends, Heather, and she's also a health coach. And as you can see, her and her husband didn't have a ton of weight to lose, but they definitely needed to learn how to live right. So here's the question. Can I eat every 3 hours? Can I drink a lot of water? Do I want the support of someone who has gone through this before me? Because your coach has. Do I want to get healthy? If the answer to those 4 questions is yes, then you are ready to get started. So how do you start? You might have still some more questions, but how you start is you connect directly with the person that gave you the ID to hop on this call. It's very easy to get started. You can start today. You can begin your journey today, and your coach will begin working with you. And with the results of 2 to 5 pounds a week, whatever, we're almost June 1. Everyone on this call could be 10 to 15 pounds down by July 4th when it's time to put on the bathing suit and go to the pool party or whatever you're thinking. You could be 10 to 15 pounds down. No joke. I mean, that's just, it is what it is. It's proven, it works, it's safe, it's effective. And so I want to encourage you, if you have any more questions, I'm going to stop recording and let you answer that. But for those of you who are ready to get started today, just connect with the person that invited you to this call. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen, and I'm going to stop recording so that your questions are not aired for all to hear.